Welcome back to Run Through TV. My name is Ben Shepherd, and here is today's guest.
So yeah, I'm Tom Wake. I guess I specialise in long distance ultra running, anything from the sort of marathon upwards. And yeah, I guess a couple of running highlights for me are I've set a marathon PB of 2:42 now. And I've completed a few 100-milers. The Lakeland last year in 2019, I came 11th overall, which I was happy with. And then this year I went and set an FKT on the Norfolk Coast Path, which is just over 80 miles around the top of Norfolk. So yeah, there are a couple of my recent highlights.
As you've just heard, a super impressive running CV from Tom. But how did Tom and running first get to know each other?
So yeah, I got into it just needing to kind of get fit and lose some weight a few years ago now. Started off road running, sort of constant. Well, I went straight in with the Great North Run as a half marathon. Didn't really train properly for it, but I did okay. I got under 2 hours, which is what I wanted only by 55 seconds, but I still did. And then yeah, just started road running really, and then a friend introduced me to the trails, which I loved getting off road, experiencing new routes, finding new places, and through that I just progressed really. I did a couple of road marathons, and I wanted a bigger challenge, so I found an ultra which was 30 odd miles. It was again, didn't go particularly well, but I enjoyed it. Lived to tell the tale, and yeah, just kind of kept pushing myself really. I think I like the challenge of never knowing what's going to happen. The further you go, when you're running 100 miles over 20 odd hours perhaps in mountainous terrain, you don't know if you're going to finish. You don't know what sort of conditions you're going to end up in. So yeah, I like the kind of mental challenge of it as well.
So we've come from half marathons to now 100-milers. Where does Tom's head go though during those longer races?
You break it down into parts, depends on the route. So I've done some that are like big loops in the Lake District, for example, and you just have to take each bit at a time and kind of see how you feel. Whether you can push on a bit, or you might need to hike some of the hills. I did the Autumn 100 as well, which is in Oxfordshire, and that's more out and back legs, so 4 out and back, so that's a bit easier to break down in your head, and gives you much more of a focus compared to like a big loop. But yeah, just trying to kind of take your mind off the actual running part and just experience everything else around you. And that's why I like these off-road events as well, because there's just so much to kind of look at: scenery, terrain, lots to think about really. So you tend not to think about the running so much.
Let's be honest, 2020 has been a weird year for us all. It's forced us all to change our goals and our plans, including Tom.
Yeah, it's been a weird year. Everything I trained really hard at the start of the year for the London Marathon to try and get my PB down on the road marathon, and obviously that didn't go ahead. I just kept training into the summer, and normally I'd have a bit of a break at that point, and the focus was to see if, well, I was meant to be doing the CCC in France, in the Alps in August, and I wanted to see if that was going to go ahead. Obviously it didn't go ahead, and I didn't want to lose the fitness, so yeah, I'd been kind of looking at challenges to do. More people have been doing the FKTs, and with Salomon, who I'm an ambassador for as well, we kind of set the challenge together to go and run the Norfolk Coast Path. So it's fairly local to me. It's the start's only a couple of hours away, but it's fairly straightforward to get to. And yeah, I liked that one because it's a place I've never run before, so I hadn't recce'd it or anything like that. It was a good distance for me. Like I'd been training for the long distances, so 80 odd miles. I wasn't wasn't too phased by that. I think it ended up being 85. And yeah, no, it's just, I just wanted to push myself and try and do something that, you know, just see what I could do and how quickly I could do it.
85 miles, pretty long way, right? How fast did you manage to run it? Fast. Very, very fast.
13:32. So yeah, it was a long day out, but a successful day out. So I managed to knock almost a couple of hours off the previous fastest time on that course. But I didn't have any expectations. I literally just kept running as hard as I could for as long as I could, and just to kind of see what happened. There were some tough sections though.
And as we come out of 2020 and look forward to 2021, what are Tom's plans for the new year? Obviously,
things got postponed, so I had a few races lined up, and some of those have had to go into 22 now, which is a bit crazy considering it will be, by the time I get to run them, it will have been like 2.5 years since I entered them. But the big focus again is the Lakeland 100 for me. So I managed to get a place in that in September, and I just want to push it and see how far I can go on that, or how fast I can go, should I say. And yeah, hopefully get into the top 10, because I was just outside that, as I mentioned, finishing 11th in 2019. So if I can improve on that, I'll be very happy. And then try and get that road marathon PB again, I guess. London Marathon in October I'm in for, so we shall see what happens there as well.
Big thank you to Tom for coming on RunThrough TV. If you don't subscribe yet, please hit that red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up as well, and I will catch you again very, very soon back here on RunThrough TV.